wasn't prepared for tonight. I didn't know it was Sandusky night. Sandusky was found guilty, and I cannot come up with a joke. I guess I know what it's like to get caught with my pants down, too. Drink! No, that's awful. This isn't. Women are like ham. It takes a certain amount of time per pound to get ready. I've been thinking about that joke. And I feel like there's a lot of math involved in that, so I took that back to the joke lab, and I started running it through all my fact checkers. I got 2 hams, I got a cute little ham, and I got a big fat ugly ham, and I put them in the oven, and the little cute ham was ready in no time. And then let's apply this same thing to women in bathrooms. The cute little girl, she's ready in no time. She's ready. It takes her forever. And then the big woman that looks like Prince Fielder is like chalk, chalk, helmet, ready. Speaking of, does it cost more to tattoo fat people? That's a rhetorical joke. You're not supposed to answer that. I'm not shallow, by the way. I just think I'm prettier than most of you. I am pretty. I almost got a job at Hooters, but my balls kept falling out of the shorts. Don't laugh at that. That's so stupid. So gay. Why don't homophobics act like arachnophobics? I just want to see that big burly hick guy standing on a chair in a gay bar going. Speaking of male roofies, here's the recipe. You take 3 ounces of NyQuil, shake with ice, strain into a martini glass, garnish with Viagra. That would actually probably be the only way my girlfriend could get me to stop playing Diablo and still get what she needs out of me. Speaking of butt sex, butt sex is like swimming. You're not supposed to eat first. This is getting dark fast. We gotta talk about something happy. Something happy, something happy, something happy. Who would win in a fight, Stevie Wonder or a whack-a-mole machine? That's not happy. That's not happy. Who would win in a what would happen if Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali gave each other haircuts? That's not happy either. I'm bad at this. Did people stop naming their kids Katrina after 2006? That's your happy place?
I'm a single dad. I have a 5-year-old little boy. And thank you very much. And I'm starting to worry about him a little bit because he only likes to listen to country music. You guys like country? Yeah? Yeah? Hell yeah, from over there? No. All right. But his favorite group is a band called Rascal Flatts. You guys heard of these guys? All right, they have this song where they say, they're talking about this party place, and they say, you kick it into 4-wheel drive when you run out of road, and then you go, and you go, and you go, and you go until you hear a banjo. Now, how do you tell a 5-year-old little boy that nothing good ever happens after you hear a fucking banjo? Trying to break that in slow. He also says crazy shit in public. And the other day we were at Costco in Brighton, and we were going through the checkout, and he's like, Daddy, Daddy, what's this? What's that? Who's this? What's that? Where's Mommy? And I saw the cashier look up, and I was like, well, son, don't worry, Mommy's fine. She's in heaven now. Don't get sad, she's not dead. That's how she describes life since a divorce. But she's a bitch. And that Costco girl's hot as shit. I don't care, I'll lie for sex. But he's always saying crazy stuff like, Daddy, you got a big butt. It's like, yep, son, you're right, I do have a big butt. But then he makes a song about it. He's like, big butt, Daddy's got a big butt. It's like, all right, buddy, let's go to Grandma's. And we get there, and the first thing out of his mouth is, Granny, you got a big butt. It's like, nope, come on, son. And you gotta go have a father-son moment and explain to him, son, you can't go telling people they have a big butt, especially women. No woman likes to hear they have a big butt, except your mom. She loves that shit. She also likes when you poke her in the belly and go, poof. It's like saying, I love you. Oh, but I picked him up, we were in the car the other day, and he was pissed about something, and finally I'm like, buddy, what's going on? What's wrong? He says, Daddy, Michael at daycare said Mom's a whore. What's a whore? And I was shocked, you know, he's 5, so I was like, first of all, Michael's an idiot. Your mom is not a whore. A whore is a woman who has sex with strange men for money. You see, your mom does it because she has low self-esteem because she was fat in high school. Now your grandma, she was a whore. Not my mom. Mom's a beautiful lady. Oh, but it's hard to date when you have a kid. It's also hard to date when you're a stand-up comic, because most of the time you're in college towns. And a few weeks ago I was in East Lansing, and I was doing this show. And this girl came up to me and she's like, oh my God, I'm from Adrian. What year did you graduate? And I said, 94. She said, no way, I was 5. And I was kind of drunk, so I was like, you graduated in 95? And she was like, no, I was 5. So I felt kind of creepy when we were making out in my car. Slow down, Grand Rapids. And she kept rubbing on my hair, and she's like, oh my God, your hair smells so good. What is that? And I'm like, it's fucking Rogaine. It's expensive as shit, so fucking pulling on it. But I actually like being single, because there's a lot of things I like to do by myself. And one of those things is going to the movies. Anybody else here go to the movies by themselves? You want to know the best thing about going to the movies by yourself? The fucking popcorn trick always works. Alright, here's the deal, people. If you didn't laugh at that, that means one of two things. Either A, you don't know the popcorn trick, or B, you don't find public masturbation as amusing as I do. So I'll go with A. And tell you the popcorn trick is when you take somebody to the movies, you buy a popcorn, you cut a hole in that popcorn, you put your penis in it. Halfway through the movie, you get a hand job. Now the hardest thing about doing the popcorn trick to yourself is acting surprised when you find your own penis. But you have to, or else you're just another pervert jerking off in the movies, you know what I mean? Yeah, ponytail, you know what I mean. Sir, have you ever heard of the popcorn trick? No? I know you guys think I'm a genius up here. But I did not invent the popcorn trick, but I do remember the first time I did it. I was 12. It was during the movie Big. And my brother was fucking pissed.
My name is Zach Rody. I am very, very lucky. I have a girlfriend. She is out of my league. Sometimes when she's talking to me though, I'll start staring down at her chest, and she always gets real offended. She's always like, I'm up here, not down here. But I think she's a hypocrite, because she's cross-eyed, and I never go, I'm right here. Not right here and way the fuck over here. It's alright. I know Michigan, you guys have a law. You're no longer allowed to text while you're driving. Indiana's considered an outlaw. I never get in trouble for that, because cops will pull me over. They're like, Mr. Rody, you were driving kind of wobbly. Were you texting while you were driving? I'm like, no, sir, I'm smarter than that. I'm way too drunk to be texting right now. Here's a fun fact, you guys can take this home. Boomerangs and herpes have one major thing in common. Every Australian has them. Let me ask you guys something. I'm a kid from the 80s. Do you guys remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? When you really think about it, isn't it weird that they all wore masks? Like, if you saw a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in a lineup, you weren't going to be able to pick him out? Well, it looks like him, but he was wearing a mask. There's no way. I mean, I know they're all ninjas and Asians and they all look alike, but seriously, there has to be a way. One other thing that was me, do you guys know who Kesha is, the singer? She got $sign on her name, she's annoying as hell. I have no idea why she is popular, alright? She can't sing, she doesn't even look good, she sure as fuck can't spell. Do you think, like I do, that it's maybe one of those Make-A-Wish kids that just got way out of hands? Like, people in the back are like, this is awful. And they're like, it's stage 4, just a couple more months. Yeah, I gave Kesha cancer for that joke. It's alright. It's alright. It's good to be out and about. I've been feeling kind of cooped up. My dad, he very recently had very minor heart surgery. He came through with flying colors. Went visiting the very next day. Our dad, how do you feel? He goes, I don't know what they did to me, but that heart surgery made me smarter. I go, I don't think that's the way it works, Dad. He goes, then you explain, because I've been buzzing in. I've gotten every single one of these Jeopardy questions right today. I'm like, well, Dad, that is the morphine button you're hitting. And you don't have a TV in your rooms. I love my dad. He's kind of a big guy. I am not. I think my dad's always seen me as kind of a wuss. He's never said it out loud. He lets me know in little ways, though. My freshman year for college, went away to Chicago, kind of a tough town. Both my parents got me cool gifts they thought I'd need my freshman year. My mom got me a cool little mini fridge, and my dad got me a cool little rape whistle. Only used once, so I had it. Let me ask you this, do you guys think it's weird that I once caught my college roommate having sex with our couch? And then 9 months later we got a futon, or we got an ottoman? Ottoman is a baby couch. I forgot what the hell it was called. That's alright. My college roommate, he was kind of a weird guy. He was the kind of guy who would put a sock on the outside door handle, so when I came home, I knew he was having sex with the other sock. I'll leave you guys with this. Like I said, my girlfriend's amazing. I recently had a birthday. We're both pretty broke, though. So she got me a book of homemade coupons. It was awesome. It was stuff like 1 free back rub, 1 free full body massage, 1 free blowjob. I was like, oh my god, honey, this is the best thing anybody's ever gotten me. She's like, really? You like it? You use it? And I'm like, yes, because I can take this book of coupons, go over to other women at the bar and go, excuse me, miss. Do you accept competitors' coupons? They do. Thank you guys very much. My name is Zach Brody.
No woman has ever asked me, does the rug match the beard? Wish they would, because then I'd have a chance to say, no, it's scruffier. I read a sickening statistic. It said more men grope women than rape women. And I think that's because most men have a fear of commitment. Oh, shit. I have Crohn's disease, which is a sub-disease of the irritable bowel syndrome. And I was at a doctor's appointment last week, and they got all these like brochures and shit. And I come to find out the ribbon, like they have ribbons for breast cancer, they're pink. The ribbon for irritable bowel syndrome is brown. Think the ribbon for HIV is rainbow. I just got a call from my brother. He said his girlfriend is now his fiance. And apparently fiance is French for girlfriend who's late on her period. He'll do all right. Children are a blessing, right? Apparently not. Me and my wife, we have a 3-year-old, you know, because we kept it. I'm glad we did, because now we're trying to have another with no luck. To improve our chance at conception, we've decided to move into a trailer park. Give up getting our GED. Well, that's what my cousin did, and she's got more kids than Chuck E. Cheese on a rainy day. The problem is I'm a white guy with a shaved head, and people assume things. They assume things like I have cancer or that I'm racist. That's just ridiculous, you know, I don't have cancer. Not racist either, but this next joke is. Ready for it? If a Mexican gets medical marijuana, would he have 2 green cards? You know, for being the fastest runners in the world, black people walking across an intersection are slow as shit. Is Pagan still here?
Yeah, go there.
Yeah, this one's for you, man. What do you call a public pool in Puerto Rico? Ethnic cleansing. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your
So, has anybody ever hit your alarm clock so hard that instead of waking you up 9 minutes later, it doesn't wake you up for 45 minutes, and then you realize, oh shit, that was my kid. So is that just me? I'm actually really responsible. Before I take my kid trick-or-treating, I always check the sexual predator list. That way I know which houses have the best candy. My son is 4 and he really loves motorcycles. And the other day he saw a Harley Davidson come zooming past. He's like, "Mommy, did he get a motorcycle?" I'm like, "Yes, he did." A few minutes later, a Kawasaki crotch rocket comes zooming past. He's like, "Mommy, did he get a motorcycle?" I'm like, "Yes, he did." A few minutes later, a Vespa scooter comes scootering past. He's like, "Mommy, did he get a motorcycle?" I'm like, "No, he got a DUI." Really bad road rage, really bad. I had it in a Starbucks drive-thru one day. The bitch in front of me ordered 8 mocha frappuccinos, okay, and all I wanted was just a small coffee, so I'm pissed off, I'm screaming out my window and shit. She finally gets out of the way, and the guy who works there is like, "I am so sorry for your wait, whatever you want is on the house," and I'm like, "Fine, I want 8 mocha frappuccinos." So, can you just buy a Tori Amos CD, or do you have to get raped first? One person. One person. So I just got a new app on my phone, and it's a picture of a celebrity's face, and they squish it, and then you have to guess who the celebrity is. And I always lose because I always guess Renee Zellweger. Every fucking time. I read recently that Kim Kardashian really likes dating Kanye West, but she says the sex is terrible because he never lets her finish. I'm gonna let you finish, but alright, we'll cross that off. Recently I saw a girl's Facebook page, and she had like an insane amount of pictures that she took of herself on there, right? And then at the top of my browser, there was a warning that said, "Warning, this page contains insecure content." And I'm like, no shit. No shit. Recently, I've been getting hit on by a lot of black guys, which is kind of upsetting because I didn't think I gained that much weight. My son the other day was hitting two bowls together and he broke them, and I was so mad. I'm like, what's mommy gonna use to smoke her weed now? I don't normally do jokes on religion, but I will say that I believe in signs because the first time I ever tried masturbating, I was 15 years old and I used a pop bottle. Yeah, you're welcome for that visual. And I'm using it and the cap comes off. So I start praying. I'm like, God, I will never do this again. Just please help me out. I don't want to be like Pop Rocks girl or Hot Dog girl. Just please help me out. And the cap comes out, but then when I look underneath it, it says, please try again. Don't mind if I fucking do. But now that I have a kid, I have to use 2 liters. So I was in San Diego a few months ago, and I noticed that they have a lot more weeds than we do here in the Midwest, and I think it's because they don't get like the deep freeze to really kill them off. And by weeds, I mean homeless. I saw 2 homeless guys hitting each other with cardboard. Is that a pillow fight? Or are they just home wreckers? What the fuck? My son has this really weird habit of always asking me what time it is. I'm like, Mommy, what time is it? I'm like, 11 a.m. A few minutes later, he's like, Mommy, what time is it? I'm like, 11:02. A few minutes later, I'm like, where the fuck do you have to be? It's almost like he's trying to make me feel guilty for being drunk that early. It's bullshit. My parents always told me never to get any pets because they knew they would end up with them, but they never said anything about kids, and guess who's watching them now? My mom has 2 Pomeranian dogs. I don't know how many of you know this about Pomeranians, but they are horrible fucking animals. And they won't let me take them to the vet anymore because the last time I went to get their teeth cleaned, the vet was like, you know, your dog's got a lot of tartar. And I'm like, well then, just put them down. Just get him out of his fucking misery. I was recently running late for a gynecologist appointment and I wanted to freshen up real quick, so I run to the bathroom, grab the Summer's Eve spray, give it a quick run through. I think that's good. I'm laying on the table and the doctor looks down and he goes, "Oh, I see you dressed up for the occasion." Turns out I used my glitter spray. I don't know what to say to that, so I'm just like, congratulations, you're the 1 millionth visitor! Yay! I really like to fart in a bakery. Because for that split second you think, oh my god, my farts smell like freshly baked bread. It's amazing. I'm gonna end on this one for you. The other day I was in the store and there was a kid in front of me. He was grabbing things and touching things. And his parents were getting frustrated, so I thought, you know, to make him feel better, I said, don't worry, my kid is just like that. But then the kid turned around and I saw he had Down syndrome, so I go, whoa, not like that. gonna fix that shit. Thanks, my name is Stephanie Lockwood. Have a great night.
Give it up for me. I just got back on the kidney transplant list after waiting for 5 years. Yeah, thank you. Is anybody here a donor? Oh yeah, well drink up. This could be the fucking night. It's kind of a sick joke, but I was sick when I fucking wrote it. Actually, this will be my second kidney transplant. I had one for 10 years. They only last for 8 to 10 years. The first time I got a kidney transplant, I waited for 1.5 years. And all my friends were worried more than I was. They were like, Floyd, you get your kidney transplant yet, man? I'm like, no, man, somebody has to die in order for me to live. Can you speed that shit up? Like, what you want me to do? Start answering phones down at the suicide hotline? I'm on the bridge, I'm gonna jump off and kill myself. Oh yeah? What's your blood type? You don't want to jump from a bridge. You want to go home and kill yourself in a tub filled with ice. That way your family has closure and I can pee. And I started communicating with the deceased family. And 2 years later, they sent me a picture of the kid. Turned out he was a white 20-year-old white little kid. 20-year-old white kid, yeah. It had a piece of a white person inside of me. I was part white. And white people were like, you feel any different? Like, now that you say that, after I got that kidney transplant, I start pronouncing stuff correctly. I ask people stuff instead of asking them. Every time I try to talk in the movie theater, a voice just comes, shut the fuck up! Other motherfuckers are watching this movie too, bitch! I wasn't attracted to fat white women anymore. And guess what? OJ did it. Who knew? I was watching this show about science, about cloning. And over in England, they cloned a sheep. They took DNA from one sheep, made another sheep look just like it. Can't even tell them apart. I was like, damn, why would we want this technology? Then I was in Walmart. Yeah, and this little 9-year-old kid was cursing his dad. Fuck you, daddy, fuck you. I was like, wouldn't it be kind of cool? He could just bend over the petri dish and a syringe. We can start this shit over. I don't have to take the pictures down. Be kind of confusing to the kid though, looking at the pictures. I've been to Disney World twice, number 7.